Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Appium Guide. As a part of our Appium server command line argument series, in this video we'll see how to generate Appium logs with all available list of arguments. Okay, so currently we have 7 arguments we can specify when you are running a Appium server. The first one is local time zone. Okay, this is used to local time zone for the timestamps. Okay, and the default it is false. Okay, and log. Okay, also send the log output to this file. Okay, log filter, one or more log filter rules. You can specify one or more log filter rules. And log level. So okay, log level, the default is debug. Okay, and it accepts the string as an argument here, and you can specify all these type of log level. Okay, and log format. Okay, see, when I want to save, okay, in the when I want to print this Appium logs, okay, basically display it will print the logs in text. Okay, default it is. Suppose I want to print the logs in JSON. I want to specify the argument as JSON there. Okay, and I provide the value as JSON, and for PT JSON I need to provide this value. Okay, and the next one is a log no colors. Okay, see, when you run this Appium server, right, you can see the colors there. Okay, to disable that one we can use log no colors argument. And log timestamp. So I want to print the timestamp in the console output. I had to use this argument. Okay, this is the brief discussion. Now we will do practically. We will use all this argument one by one and we'll see the difference in logs. Okay, now I'll open the command prompt and I am running Appium server without any arguments. So without any arguments I am running it. Okay, so this is the way we run this Appium server without any arguments. So okay, this is one. Now first I will use one argument here. So we will start simple one. So I'll close this argument. Let's close the Appium server here. Now I will run the with no color log no color argument. So Appium space double hyphen log hyphen no colors. Okay, if I run this command with this argument, okay, I double hyphen log hyphen no hyphen colors. You can see here, see, previously we can have the colors here, right, in the Appium log. If we run this by using these arguments, this command, you see that the colors will not be appear. Okay, and it says that log no colors true, default it is false. It is simple one, it is very simple one. Okay, so the basic difference is that previously if we are running without any argument, the default is the with colors it is coming. So I am specifying here log no colors, so this color will not be there in the logs. Very simple one. Now I close this one. So close the server, and now I will run with the timestamp. Okay, so Appium double hyphen log hyphen timestamp. This is a very simple one. Okay, timestamp I am running it. So you can see here. So previously you see here in initial one it not displaying any timestamp here. Okay, so we are using an argument called log timestamp. So it will print the timestamp in the console output. Okay, so this is the difference here. Okay, and you can see that this is my local, not local, my local time zone here. Okay, okay, now I want to print the console with the local time zone in our timestamps. How I can able to do it? Now I stop the Appium server and I will run the Appium. Okay, I'll say as log hyphen timestamp. Okay, and I want the timestamp in my local time zone. So double hyphen local hyphen time zone. Okay, so previously I run this Appium server by using log timestamp. Okay, now I am running this with log timestamp with local time zone. You can see you can observe the difference here. See, now it is showing my current time zone timing here. Okay, now it is 26th December. Is 12 a.m. 4 minutes it's happening. Okay, it is showing the current time zone. You can see here local time zone is true, log timestamp is true. Okay, this is difference here. So if you use these two arguments, okay, this is very simple one. So I will stop the Appium server here. Okay, now the important one is the, so see all these Appium logs I want to save in a notepad. How I can able to do it? So first of all we create a notepad here. I'll create a notepad here in a desktop. I say yes. Okay. I see a new notepad. Okay, new notepad. I say yes, and I will save this one. Just a minute. Okay, so I will say rename this notepad here. I say Appium Logs 1. Appium Logs 1. I give the name of this, okay, text file. Okay, now I want to print the logs in this notepad. Okay, so how I can able to do it? So I'll go back to here, command line. I'll say CLS. I clear it and I say Appium. Okay, and I want the path of this. I use the argument log. Okay, you see this one log. Okay, and I have to specify the output file path. Okay, so this is my output file path, right? I had to get this path, copy as path. I click on here and I will paste it here. I providing the path here. Okay, so I provide a complete path here. Okay, provide double slash here. Okay, now I want the logs should be stored in this text file. Okay, and what I will do, I will use the timestamp also. Okay, I use the timestamp also. Okay, I say double hyphen. Okay, I will say I will not use like timestamp. For default we use it here. I am running the Appium server. Okay, so these logs will store in this Appium logs text file. Okay, now what I will do, I will run one script here. So one sample script I am running here. One sample script running here. Okay, so all the logs should be stored in this text file. So my script is running. You click on the Amazon. Okay, this is a small script. Okay, now I'll go back to the Appium. See, you can see it generated the logs. Okay, the console. Okay, but I have mentioned the log to store in the text file. Okay, this is appium logs 1. Okay, now I will go and open this appium log. You can see all the logs are stored in the text file here. Okay, whatever I mentioned the path and with the file name. Okay, and it is the default. Okay, default, it has stored in the, see, it has stored in the text format. Okay, it has stored in the text format, right? You can see the default is the here log format. Okay, is the text. Okay, but I not want the log format in the text. I want in a JSON. Okay, both in the console and the file also. Okay, so I'll close this. I stop the Appium server here. Okay, and now what I will do, I'll open this and I clear this one. I copy this one, I'll delete it. It is in text format, you can see here. So I can save here. Okay, now our log file is empty. Okay, now I want the format, log format in a JSON. Okay, so I'll open this and I'll mention okay, see the same file I am using here, but what I will say, instead of text I want the log format in JSON. So I use one argument double hyphen log hyphen format and I need to provide the value also, that is the JSON. If I not provide this JSON, it will be in text. Okay, now I provided this log format in JSON. So the what are the logs it is generated, it will display as a JSON. Okay, now I'll run this Appium server. Now you can see the log is generating in JSON. Okay, now I run once again the code here. Close this one and once again I'll run it. Now my logs are generated in a JSON format, both in console and in the output file also. Okay, my scripting running fine, and you can see my output file in console. It is in JSON. Okay, this is in JSON, but it is not in formatted way. Okay, because I had to use PTJSON there. Okay, now I have used only JSON. So I have used appium space log hyphen format. I provide the JSON. If I not provide this value here, it will be text default, and I provide the path of the log file where I need to store. Okay, so you can see the logs is generated in the JSON format. Okay, and I'll open the this file also. You can see it has saved all the log in this text file in a JSON format. Okay, in JSON format. Okay, now I'll clear this one. I delete it. I say save. Okay. Okay. Just close this one. Okay. Now it is clear. Okay. Now I'll just close this apps also here and I'll come back to the Appium server here. So now the logs are in JSON. Okay. Now I'll stop the Appium server. Okay. Now what I will do, I will run the Appium server with log format as PTJSON. Okay, so we have to provide this value as PT underscore JSON. Okay, I'll come back here. Say PT underscore JSON. So you can see in previous run we have seen the JSON is run in the JSON format. Okay, now I am using PT format. It will be in a formatted way. Okay, so I run once again. See the difference here. You can observe the difference. See how neatly it came here. Okay, now I run the script once again here. I run the script once again, so that the Appium logs will generate in a PT JSON format. My script is running here, and if you see the logs, you see how neatly it is generating the logs. So this format is a PT JSON format. My script is running still. Okay, my script completed. Now you see the logs. So it is formatted as a PT JSON format. Okay, so that is the difference between the JSON and PT JSON. Okay, this is the logs it generated. And now we'll go to the txt file, and here also the logs are generated in a PT JSON format. Okay, so we have seen the log format in text, that is default one. Okay, and we have seen that with JSON I need to specify the value as JSON, and if I want with PT JSON I had to specify the value as PT JSON. Okay, so I will go back to the command prompt. Here I stop the Appium server, and then you see I have provided the PT JSON. Okay, and I have provided the path of the logs which has stored in the txt file. Okay, so we have seen, we have seen log timestamp, log no colors, and log format, and log and local time zone. Now we come to the log level. See, this is very simple. Okay, so whatever we are generating the logs, right, it has the log level. Okay, means, see, if we here, okay, so see, if I see this one, see, basically timestamp, it basically helps you to keep the track of the event with the time outs. Okay, the log level, see, by using log level to specify only the information that you required in your logs. Okay, because all the information in the logs might not be necessary, means, so if we are not use any log level, okay, so if you go here, if you not use any, if you not specify any log level value here, so it generate the logs, okay, with value with debug. Suppose I want only logs with the info. Okay, how I can able to do it? So just go here, and here I specify one more argument, log level. Only I want info. See, you can see here it says debug, info, everything, right? So default is debug, error, see, error, info. Okay, so I want only with specify one. So here I can able to specify the log level also. Okay, so you can provide all these values here. Okay, so I will say debug. Suppose I want to say debug info also, I can mention like this. Otherwise I can want only info, I can mention info also. So I say debug :info. Okay, I say here, say debug :info. Okay, this is a log level I want. Okay, and now once again I run it. I just close here. I do not want this one, so I remove this one, save it. Okay, now I'm running the Appium server with log level debug :info. Log format is PT_JSON. So what I will do, I don't want like this, I want only text. So I remove this one. So if not mention this one, default will be text. Okay, so I will mention text here. If not mention also, no problem, it will be in text only. So what I will do, I don't know, I'll keep log format as text, and the log path also I mentioned here to store the logs here. Okay, once again I am starting the okay, see, we say log level debug : info. Okay, now once again I will run the script. Close this one. Now once again I run the script. Now I specify the log level and the log format as text, and I am storing all the logs in my text file. So my script is running fine. So it generated the logs here. Yes, completed. Now it has generated the logs. Okay, and I will go here. See, I will go to the file here, and you see it has generated the logs with log level debug : info and format has text. Okay, this is how we can able to specify the arguments with the Appium server. Okay, so we have seen all these things, and last one is the log filter. Okay, this one, what exactly log filter? Okay, see, sometimes it is necessary to hide sensitive information like passwords, device identifiers from the server logs. What happen if you run this log, right? You can see it will show all the data. It will specify all the data, what data we are using here, passwords, everything it show here. Okay, which is not a good way. Okay, so I want to hide this one, so I can specify the log filters here. Okay, by using this argument log filters, I can specify the necessary information should not be shown in the Appium logs. That is, Appium makes it possible to ensure such information is not shown in the logs by a log filter command. Okay, and here log filters also useful, okay, to allow to provide the path to the specific configuration file. Okay, see what happened now when you see here, say I'll close this Appium server. You see here I'm mentioning all these arguments in the command line. Okay, so not only these arguments, we have n number of arguments we can specify with the Appium. Okay, so what happened if I go on writing this one, it will be difficult to me to track what arguments I have provided for the Appium server, and it's difficult to type. It is not a valid way to do it. So we can specify all these arguments in a Appium configure file. Okay, so all this, see, instead of passing arguments on command line to Appium, you may add them to a special config file, and Appium will read values from the config file when it runs it. So instead of adding all the arguments in the command line, okay, so I can specify these arguments in a config file, and I can able to run the Appium server here. Okay, and the supported config file formats are JSON, JS, and other we have. Okay, so we can use the config file with the log filter. Okay, so log filter we can able to hide some sensitive information. Okay, and we can provide the config file also by using log filter. Okay, this is all about the Appium log and list of arguments we can use with the Appium server. Okay, if you like this video, please click on like button and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye. Thank you.